film that lays bare the savage depravity of Dubai's royal family, exposing how thousands of internationally renowned models are forced to serve them like animals. Some of these girls volunteered, lured by promises of wealth. Others were coerced, intimidated, or outright trafficked. Right from the opening scene, the director issues a solemn declaration. Every moment of this story is rooted in real events. A heartfelt thank you follows to the brave women who step forward to unveil the sinister crimes of Dubai's royalty. At the heart of it all is the mastermind, a shadowy figure who controlled a network of over top-tier models from around the globe. She single-handedly constructed the world's largest harem for Dubai's royal family. When she was finally arrested in 2013, her assets totaled a staggering $2.4 billion. Yet, just 18 months earlier, she'd been a penniless girl who couldn't even afford a meal. This film meticulously recreates the journey of a woman armed with ruthless ambition and a razor-sharp business mind. Step 1. She sold her own clothes for $60. She called it seed money. With that tiny sum, she set out to rewrite her destiny. She spent $15 to fill her stomach, $40 to rent a stunning dress, and the rest on a bus ticket to a beauty pageant in town. She'd done her homework. On the surface, these pageants were glamorous competitions, but behind closed doors, they were hunting grounds for pimps scouting talent. These pimps catered exclusively to wealthy, high-end clients, men who wouldn't even glance at the cheap streetwalker. That's why Amy, despite her poverty, refused to work the streets. From day one, her sights were set higher. Only the richest clients could pave her path upward. To prove her resolve, she burned every bridge. No bus fare home, no food money, she scavenged leftovers, no makeup, she borrowed from other contestants. But the cheap heels she rented betrayed her. Amy tripped and crashed onto the stage, humiliating herself in front of everyone and missing out on the crown. That fall, though, turned every eye in the room toward her. A man approached, offering to connect her with a top-tier pimp, but first, she'd have to pay up. No hesitation, she dove in. The pimp was a mother-daughter duo, seasoned pros who prowled beauty pageants nationwide, cherry-picking girls willing to dive in and serve rich clients for a cut of the profit. It was exactly what Amy had been searching for. Her first job came fast, a wealthy tycoon. Good news, it paid $1,000. Bad news, the mother-daughter team took a ruthless 70% cut. Amy quickly learned the game. To earn more under this veteran pimp, she had two options. Take on as many jobs as possible or cater to the client's wildest, most bizarre demand. So, for the next few months, she pushed her body to the limit. No matter how disgusting the request, she never said no. In just 3 months, she became the pimp's top earner, a money-making machine. But Amy wasn't grinding for pocket change. She wanted to be the most powerful snakehead in the game. She knew her clients weren't first-timers. They'd been around the block, and they knew where the real money played and who to call. For 3 months, she mined every scrap of intel until her target came into focus. His name was Sam, a fixer who scoured the globe for premium girls to feed Dubai's royal family. When it came to their illicit pleasures, Sam handled everything the royals couldn't touch themselves. If she could strike a deal with him to supply girls to Dubai, the profits would be astronomical. Opportunity favors the prepared. Amy tailed Sam into a casino, sat across from him, and launched a textbook seduction. She threw the first game on purpose, then kept losing until she'd gambled everything away and offered her body to settle the debt. Her gamble paid off. The next day, she landed her first deal, a private party for a Dubai prince, needing 10 girls for 7 days. The challenge? Finding 10 girls worthy of the gig. For a party of this caliber, street-level girls wouldn't cut it. She'd need to team up with the veteran pimp and tap into her pool of elite talent to round up the 10. Amy brokered the deal between them. The old pimp knew a successful job could mean a flood of future orders, so the girls had to be flawless, hand-picked perfection. Soon, 10 stunning girls jetted from Milan to Dubai. They touched down at the party site. And there, waiting, were 3 Dubai princes. The party kicked off, and the princes were clearly impressed. They paid handsomely, leaving Amy with a windfall. Sam's usual girls had been mediocre at best, but Amy delivered quality. He saw the potential for a long-term partnership, supplying the royals with the best. The old pimp watched it all unfold, green with envy.
Widzisz, co się tu odwala? Amy kręci z samym.
The girl who'd once been her cash cow was now outshining her. She hatched a plan. Cutting out Amy and Sam, she went straight to the prince.
To znaczy, Colby, Dorota. To nie dziwne, że dopiero pierwszy raz teraz rozmawiamy osobiście. Zabiegali. Wie pan, towarzystwo moich dziewcząt Miami jest kłopotliwe. System direct, co potrafi dostarczyć, a nie wie pan, co mam jeszcze?
The prince shut her down cold. Why? First, a Dubai prince doesn't sweat small change. Second, for something this discreet, they only trust their inner circle. And most importantly, this was a room full of global elites. Barging in to haggle over girls was crass and out of place. The pimp had forgotten her station. Plan A failed, so she pulled out his trump card. Seduction. Not him. Of course she sent her young, gorgeous daughter.
A ty mogłaś się kurwić. A dla nas to już nie? To było co innego. Przecież wiesz. Kurwa, bankrutujemy. Twój ojciec spierdolił. A twoim zasranym obowiązkiem jest przede wszystkim pomagać matce. Musisz ratować rodzinę. Sama bym to zrobiła, gdybym była młodsza. Dorośli w końcu, kretynko.
She wasn't thrilled. Under her mother's moral blackmail, the daughter caved. She returned the next day, nude, exhausted and visibly shaken, trauma etched into her face. The mother clocked it instantly and rushed to comfort her. But every word was a probe about the deal, not a shred of care for her daughter's pain. Word of the pimp's betrayal reached Amy fast. She played dumb because she was already plotting her next move. Soon a massive order rolled in. 2 months out, the royals wanted a blowout party, 100 girls, all fresh faces, everyone a stunner. Nail this, and Amy would lock down every royal party for good. The old pimp's resources couldn't touch it. This was her ticket to a worry-free life. They went global beauty pageants everywhere, partnerships with top brands. In that moment, Amy transformed from a starving nobody to powerful snakehead. But share a cake this big with that old hag? No chance. Amy just needed her help to secure the 100 girls and her pageant connection. Once the roster was full, she kicked the mother-daughter duo to the curb and claimed every future order for herself. In a single year, Amy's ruthless hustle paid off. Scouting talent worldwide, she monopolized the girl supply for every Dubai royal party. She became their exclusive snakehead, serving over 3,000 royals, orchestrating hundreds of secret bashes, delivering on demand the moment they snapped their fingers. She handpicked girls with flawless bodies and faces, international socialites, cover models, pageant queens, even flight attendants weren't safe from her net.
Mam takie zabawne pytanie. Obciągnęłabyś za 10 000? Słucham? Euro?
That year, pimping for the royals netted Amy a cool $2.4 billion. Mansion, supercars, her wealth was obscene. But then came the fallout. The entire royal family turned on her, hunting her down. Why? She'd made one fatal mistake. A year earlier, in order to land more business deals, Amy had maintained a romantic relationship with Sam. But deep down, she knew the industry she was in was operating in a legal gray area and couldn't last forever. So she had already planned her way out. Back in her hometown, Milan, she had started dating a decent, honest man and had spent a fortune on restoring her body. Over the past year, she balanced both sides skillfully. But one day, her hometown boyfriend unexpectedly flew to Dubai to surprise her, and everything spiraled out of control. Faced with a sudden situation, Sam realized he had been emotionally deceived, while Amy was left speechless. And then, trouble came crashing down. The girls she worked with in Dubai began to experience frequent thefts and assaults. Police investigations became frequent. In the past, Sam would always step in and help her out of these problems. But now, he had completely withdrawn. Without Sam's support, Amy and her team could no longer survive in Dubai. Eventually, under immense pressure, Amy was forced to abandon her fast money. But then, Sam suddenly showed up at her home again, inviting her to help recruit girls for another royal private party. Amy flatly refused. However, Sam threatened her. If she didn't agree, all of her assets in Dubai would be frozen to protect everything she had built in the past year. Amy had no choice, but when she returned to Dubai, she was shocked to find that the man in front of her, the host of it, was the same man she had once injured with a wine bottle at a previous event, and now he had become the king of Dubai. It was only then that she realized it was a revenge scheme, carefully planned by Sam and the king. Amy had only one thought: escape. But standing at the edge of the vast and endless desert, with over 23% of its footage deemed too sensitive to be shown on the big screen, some of the actresses were actual victims of similar incidents, and they chose to expose the royal family's actions through the film. Even if it meant being criticized or facing unknown dangers, they had no regret. As one of the
To
actresses
nie
said,
jest jej wina. A dlaczego nie ma tutaj tych wszystkich facetów? Żonatych polityków, sportowców, gwiazdorów, księży, Arabów, to oni płacą, oni robią co chcą i nadal są święci? Nie będzie nas, zacznie się biznes w necie. Nigdy tego nie zatrzymacie, bo facetom zawsze wszystko wolno.